The strange, funny, and sometimes troubling world of viral consumer crazes. This podcast story is that of a sharp-toothed, ugly cute toy that has taken over TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and even the handbags of celebrities. It's called Labubu. What began as a doodle in a children's book has spiraled into a global collectible craze, capturing not just Gen Z wallets, but also adults who should probably know better. I'm Afzal Ahmed and this is Aloud. This show brings you articles made for audio. In this episode, we've adapted the article titled The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. What Drives Gen Z's Curious Buying Habits? Published on TRT World by Afzal Yilmaz on August 8th, 2025. Labubu first appeared back in 2015, dreamed up by Hong Kong-born, Netherlands-raised artist Kassing Lung for his children's book series The Monsters. At first, it was just one quirky little character, a forest-dwelling monster with a mischievous grin, jagged teeth, rabbit ears, slightly offbeat, inspired by Nordic mythology. Then in 2019, Chinese toy giant PopMart took notice. They put Labubu inside what's called a blind box. You pay, you open the box, but you don't know which version you'll get. That little trick turned shopping into gambling, each unboxing a mini lottery. And it worked. Now there are more than 300 colors, shapes, and sizes. Labubu became a hit with collectors in Asia, but its popularity exploded internationally in 2023 with the release of versions small enough to clip onto bags and backpacks. After Labubu dolls appeared in the hands of celebrities like Rihanna, Dua Lipa, K-pop star Lisa of Blackpink, and even David Beckham, after his daughter reportedly gifted him one, it pushed Labubu into mainstream visibility. By 2024, PopMart reported $1.8 billion in revenue, 7 times more than before it sold Labubu. And in 2025, its profits are hitting record levels. PopMart now has over 570 stores, dozens of which opened in 2025, as well as over 2,500 automated robot shops across at least 18 countries and regions. But is there more to it? Because on the surface, the Labubu is just a toy, but it is now becoming a symbol. On Instagram stories, on TikTok, on YouTube shorts, owning a rare Labubu has become a kind of digital badge of honor. It signals taste or status online, so it's worth the cost.
I don't know, it's like a virus. Everyone just wanted. But it's cute. I mean, like, it's cute, a bit angry, and beautiful, and probably is showing the world now.
They're real, they're not like very pretty model looking. I think they're real, and that's what so everyone can see themselves as one of those creatures, and I think that's why, it doesn't need to be perfect. It actually needs to be completely imperfect and maybe a bit quirky and ugly and very inclusive to actually people can relate, and I think that's why.
And this isn't new. We've seen it before with Beanie Babies in the 90s. People paid hundreds for the tiny stuffed animals until the bubble burst. We then saw it with Tamagotchis, Furbies, and Pokemon cards. The question is, will Labubu survive, or will it collapse under its own hype? Part of Labubu's magic, psychologists say, is that its odd, goofy design actually reflects the parts of ourselves we often try to hide, the insecure, fragile, or awkward side. Owning one can feel strangely personal, almost like carrying a little piece of your inner world around. Maybe that explains why not only Gen Z, but also adults are joining the craze, because identity making doesn't stop at 16. Even grown-ups crave symbols of individuality and belonging. And when celebrities are seen holding one, well, it can become irresistible. Of course, that visibility feeds the algorithmic machine, The more Labubu appears in your feed, the more normal and necessary it feels. In the digital age, visibility equals desirability. The worldwide Labubu mania frenzy has seen people go to desperate lengths to acquire their own Labubu. A London branch of Pop Mart suspended in-store sales of the toys, fearing violence from would-be buyers who failed to get their hands on the limited edition Labubus. In Singapore, CCTV footage captured a family stealing Labubu dolls from a claw machine. And burglars broke into a store in California and took several Labubu dolls along with electronics and other valuables. In China, the toys have even been promised as freebies for new bank customers, an incentive quickly shut down by local regulators. The toys have also spawned a booming resale market as well as an online community of fans sharing tips on how to customize their dolls. Knockoffs, many of which are also made in China, have flooded online platforms, dubbed Lafufus, by social media users with detailed YouTube videos on how to verify a doll's authenticity. And the prices can be staggering. Normally it starts in the 2 figures for standard figures, but a human-sized Labubu figure sold for over $150,000 at auction in Beijing, the most expensive toy of its kind ever. But beyond the hype lies a bigger story. China's cultural soft power, where video app TikTok has played a massive role. Pop Mart is part of a growing wave of Chinese cultural exports gaining traction abroad, furry ambassadors of a cool China, even in places associated more with negative public opinion of Beijing, such as Europe and North America. While neighboring East Asian countries South Korea and Japan are globally recognized for their high-end fashion, cinema, cartoons, games and pop songs, China's heavily censored industries have struggled to attract international audiences. Every unboxing video, every Instagram post, every collector's shelf is quietly rewriting the image of Chinese creativity from being a place of cheap knockoffs to trendsetters, boosting China's cultural footprint. So the good, the bad and the ugly. The good, Labubu is fueling a booming creator economy, celebrating individuality and connecting people worldwide. The bad, it encourages impulsive buying, unsustainable spending, and a chase that may never end. And the ugly, it shows how deeply our anxieties and identities are tied to what we buy and who sees us buying it. In the end, Labubu is more than a toy. It's a mirror of our need for community, our hunger for identity, our addiction to the next shiny trend. And whether you love it, mock it, or secretly have one or a few in your bedroom, one thing is certain, for Gen Z and for plenty of adults, the shopping cart has become the canvas of identity. That's all for this episode of Aloud. This episode was based on an article on TRT World on the good, the bad, the ugly. What drives Gen Z's curious buying habits by Hazal Naz Yildiz on August the 8th, 2025. I'm your host Afzal Ahmed. Thanks for listening.